Um, yeah, continuing the story of what I read in the newspapers concerning or relating to an incident in Zimbabwe. The president, the current president of the Republic of Zimbabwe, Mr. Robert Mugabe, um, apparently has rendered an apology to a section of his community, probably a tribe or an area that had access to a diamond mine. And apparently, over many years, the government of Zimbabwe, the rulers, and um, their contacts, military leaders, and so on, have um, sort of gone into this area, this tribe, and taken advantage of the resources or the diamond mine, and misused uh, these resources without any benefit to the people. So after so many years, apparently the president of Zimbabwe, Mr. Mugabe, is apologizing, but just saying, um, he is sorry for the loss of 15 billion US dollars, 15 billion. It's just gone, disappeared. So he is sorry. People, we all know what 15 billion dollars can do for people, for poor people, can do for the health, for the daily lives of people, the food. Lord, have mercy on us. The government is rendering an apology saying that they are sorry for the disappearance of 15 billion US dollars is unaccounted for, and they are sorry, just sorry. In the meantime, I can guess that hundreds and hundreds of people have lost their lives through lack of basic water, lack of basic health. And it's not new here. We know of the story of the late President Mobutu from the former Zaire. We know of Nigerian leaders Abacha. We know of Bokassa. We know of currently leaders in the Gabon, West Africa, leaders in Equatorial Guinea, who have all had access. The leaders had access to the resources of the country, and for some strange reason, misusing it as if it's their personal wealth. And nobody is demonstrating. Nobody is demanding accountability. So these leaders, these strange leaders, I mean, the corruption level that is going on in Sub-Saharan Africa is just ridiculous. Talking of billions of dollars from the land's resources, crude oil, gold, diamond, copper, timber, cocoa, coffee. It goes on and on and on. And the ordinary people have no access to this. And they're dying, they're suffering. And instead, turn their attention and look up or look forward to being helped by the international humanitarian organizations, whilst they have no means to demand their rights from the leaders for fear of some form of persecution. The whole world must wake up and condemn this. The whole world must help in assisting for the accountability of every political leader. Anyone that goes into political office must be held accountable. Those present, the current ones, and those before, because they all have misused funds and they've gotten away with it, seemingly, without caring. This must not be allowed to go on. Alongside the aid that is supposed to be pouring into Sub-Saharan Africa to help the innocent and poor people. Equally, the demand for accountability must be made so that the leaders realize that they are responsible to their own citizens, and that this unchecked misuse of funds, and when the corruption level in Sub-Saharan Africa is displayed, it's just simply shocking. It is shocking to realize that a leader, there is, for example, a story in Ghana right now, that the current president of Ghana, Mr. John Mahama, has a little brother who's all of a sudden amassed so much wealth, and as rumors goes, which is sometimes debatable, that this young brother has purchased an aircraft worth $20 million for his brother, the president. How can this go on? How can this go on without any form of intervention, any form of demonstration, any form of complaint? It's gone on for too long, and someone must say something. Please, the citizens of these various countries need a voice. They must speak out, because this is not right. The various sub-Saharan African countries have wealth enough to take care of their citizens, instead of those images that we see day in and day out, for the lack of basic things in life. It doesn't need to be so, but it is so because of the greed, the mismanagement going on in sub-Saharan Africa. Please, something must be done. Let's all rally and pick up a voice, a strong voice, to demand accountability from all these rulers, leaders, and people who are rushing into political life, not to serve their people, but to amass wealth and enrich themselves at the expense of their own citizens. This is just not right. Anyone going into political service or office must adhere to a simple principle, that they're going there to serve their citizens, not the other way around. It's about time that the citizens down in sub-Saharan Africa are told that it is their right to demand accountability from those leaders that they themselves have elected into office, and that this subservient attitude must stop. It must stop. When you elect someone into political office, that someone in political office is supposed to serve you. You are not supposed to serve and worship that individual. This mentality needs to be attacked and interrupted. It's just simply ridiculous. It is ridiculous. It cannot go on. It must be checked. Again, let me emphasize this for all who are seeing. There is enough wealth. There is enough wealth in Sub-Saharan Africa to cater for their citizens. And as I've said in my earlier excerpts, the continent of Africa is not poor. Africans are not poor. It is just mismanaged. That is what it is. It's unfortunate that because of the label and stereotyping of being poor, that the lack of basic human dignity is also lost. Just because one is poor. But it doesn't have to be so. People are not poor. The continent is not poor. But the greedy and I just can't find the word to qualify these human beings who do that. With so much greed, taking billions of dollars belonging to the entire nation and our citizens, taking them and depositing them in foreign accounts and using them on themselves, their families, their friends, and their connections. Something needs to stop. Something must be done. This needs to stop. And everyone who's listening in here has the right to come in and support these innocent people to create a voice, a strong voice. All the leaders, current and past, must be made accountable for whatever actions they have taken relating to the finances and the economies of their countries. This honeymoon period where leaders from sub-Saharan African countries have always thought that it is their right to access the finances and the economies and the resources of these countries to their own benefit must be stopped. And the leaders around the world internationally must not close their eyes to this. Keep listening and let's make an effort to create one voice. Subscribe to my YouTube channel and hear some more. Thank you.